Welcome YouTube, it's Caveman Bagnall, and today we're on Crusader Kings 3. A game that I really enjoy. It is absolutely enormous. So many different things that you can do in it. Something I've played a bit in my own personal time, and just sort of wanted to bring something new to the channel. So we're going to explore what we can do on this and show yourselves. We're going to take today's Let's Play and have a look specifically in the Egyptian lands, and we're going to be playing as Petty King Zacharias III of Makuria. The reason I wanted to go for this is I kind of want to do a bit of a Nubian challenge. So the idea of this is to form the Kingdom of Nubia. I don't think it's going to be a long one to do. But I think if we get some likes on this video, then we can look to expand that going forward. This is a playthrough that's going to focus on the Coptic faith, so I think that will add a bit of variety into this. It's not a lot of Christianized faith in this area, but specifically I wanted to have a look at the Nubian culture. So it's got some nice traits that come with it. Land of the bow. So we get Nile archers, and as you can see we get defender advantage, levy size increased in floodplains, and the garrison size. But then when you flip this with the agrarian trait as well, we get a few stacks on this as well. So we've got levy size increase in farmlands and floodplains again, but you've also got development growth and building construction reduction in cost in farmlands and floodplains. There's quite a lot of that in this region, so it'd be good to explore that. We do have a negative effect with this though, where all Nubian characters have a minus on their prowess, and men at arms do cost a bit more. They've got the warrior queens as well, so what that means is there's equal gender law. However, female preference is on succession. So if we do start with a female heir, or within the playthrough we have a female child, she's going to take any preference over any males to inherit any titles should our character die. So we do start 17. We have gone for an 867 start. I'm not messing with any of the game rules, so it is vanilla, it is as it comes. Let's kickstart this off and let's get stuck in. Straight away it has given us a new player heir, a son, Angelos Azim. So great way to kick us off. Let's take a quick look at our character though, shall we? So like I said, we're a 17-year-old. We've got the chaste personality trait, which is actually virtuous to the Coptic religion. However, it does have some negative effects on fertility and the seduce scheme power. Not great with lustful characters either, but it's going to increase our piety, and we're going to get increased opinion on zealot vassals. So we've also got the arbitrary personal trait as well. This is one of my least favourites, especially for what we're trying to do within this playthrough. So we really want to focus on bringing in good income and developing this area, especially with some of the perks that we've got, and this is having a direct impact on our stewardship. So that's going to affect us massively. Content, which to be fair, content isn't too bad. Yes, we lose a bit of intrigue, but we've got a big boost to our learning. Stress lost is obviously increased, and then we've got extra opinions with lieges and vassals, etc. So we are a mastermind philosopher, so we've got incredible stats for our learning, which is a whopping 18. So we can really boost what we're doing for our children. Our spouse, fairly standard really. She does have the pretty trait, and this is a trait that can be passed down to our children as well. So the fact that she's got boosted fertility, increased diplomacy, and attraction opinion, that's really going to help if some of our kids take that. And there we go, Angela straight away, he takes the handsome trait. And he's going to be a ladies' man. So we'll get started with Angelus, and we're going to boost stewardship. That's going to be really important for him, and let's educate him. We'll educate him ourselves. We're going to have a few little house tasks to do, so just make sure we get started off on the right foot. So I always like to take a little bit of time around just making sure we've got everything set up in the best way. So we're going to do that before we even press play. We need to choose a lifestyle. So as I mentioned, our learning is off the charts and we get 40% more experience because of this. Learning isn't one that I usually start off with. I like stewardship, and I specifically like to get golden obligations because you can turn that into a money machine, which can really fund the growth that you need within your own economy and the development of your country. However, this is a role-playing game, and the starting position is clearly trying to get to us to lean more towards learning. So there's nothing wrong with trying something new, and what we could go for is the scholarship focus. Not only will we get a base stat increase on learning at a +3, but we're also going to get an additional 15% development growth, along with the traditional culture perks that we've got as well through the agrarian line. That is going to have a massive impact, so we're going to go for that. Let's try something new. We'll have a look when we've unlocked a skill point where we think the point is best to go. Anyone that is an expert maybe or watching that has some ideas of where best to focus in the learning skill line, please leave a comment, let me know, so I can definitely pick that up and take that away. The other problem that we've got straight off the bat is our domain limit is way over. We can only actually hold 3, which is going to cause a bit of a problem for us. But we could have done with actually increasing that. Especially when you look at some of the areas here where we're only making money in 3 provinces, but I believe our capital is in Dongala, so we don't particularly want to give that away. So this is going to cause some problems. So I'm going to quickly shift these around. So and let's get our domain limit back into order, and then we'll pick up from there. Right, so we've given those away now, so I've got it down to 4 out of 3. I'm just holding on to this for a bit. I think the added gold, the levies that we're going to get from it, to be honest, are probably going to be better than the penalty that we're going to get for being slightly over. So I'm going to leave it like that for now. Let's see how we get on. I did try to see if we could boost it by adding our wife on to manage our domain. But we do certainly need to look at our council, so that's another thing. The steward is an area that we haven't got anybody in at the moment, so we're just going to put the highest personnel we possibly can into these areas. Oh, that's shifted him there. No, I want the highest steward, and we're going to have to go for Mayor Kalinikos. Oh, I'm going to butcher all of these pronunciations. So I do apologise in advance. I'm willing to take a hit on you if we can. We can assign it to you, but you are just a courtier at the moment. So I think we're going to go for Count Leon of Sai. We'll fire you. We are going to set on to domestic affairs because we just brought in quite a few new vassals. We've just fired someone. We need to try and keep our domestic diplomacy at high as possible, so that we can avert any areas of factions rising. Everything else here I'm okay with. I can't afford to take this off to increase development at the moment, which is going to have an impact on us. especially further down the line. But we're not bringing in a great deal amount of money, and we only have 95 gold, so that is going to cause us some problems. Let's just take a look at what we're going to try and achieve then. So we start here in Makuria, and we want to get the kingdom title of Nubia, which, as you can see, is majority down to the south of us. There is a small region up here to the north, so that might be the first thing that we want to do, secure our northern province, and then we know that the focus after that switches down to the south. So if we just take a quick look into the areas that we need to focus on then. So we've got the biggest portion of it is Alodia, and in comparison to us, he's fairly weak actually. So he's got about half the amount of troops that we do. We might get a boost as well because we've now come over out of our domain limit, or almost out of it should I say, and sometimes once we press play, that will have an impact on the number of troops that we have available. We've also got Naga, who is much weaker than we are, and then I think these are part of the Al Umari, and again much weaker than we are. So I think our first focus really is going to be on getting this northern area, and we can declare war straight away on these, and we have a direct claim for the area that we're going for, so that is really helpful. I'm going to lock that in straight away. That is our first thing that we are going to commit to. So that war has started. Then we need to have a look at this. So we can't declare a war on him because we don't have a casus belli, so we're going to need to have something working for that, and we've got the same for him. We're going to focus on Naga first, so let's fabricate a claim. We probably need to sway the bishop a little bit, just make sure that we don't get out of any favour with him, because again I think if we have a negative opinion of each other, that might have a direct impact on how quickly he can get those things done for us. Let's just take a quick look at our military then. So we start with 300 Nile archers. We're going to station them, and we're going to put them up here at the top, I think. And as you can see, they've got great damage, 36, which isn't bad for a starting unit, 17 toughness, 10 pursuit, 10 screen. They aren't particularly good in the in the desert, sorry. However, excellent in floodplains, oasis and dry lands. And we are going to be taking them round here into floodplains, so that's where we need to try and capture. And we've literally got floodplains, dry lands, all in our whole area around here, which is good. It's when you come over to the right over here into this section over here that you start getting some desert, and I believe there'll probably be desert down here. So in terms of defending our area, they're a good unit to have on board. Other things that we haven't done, we don't have a court physician. We're going to just put our bishop straight into that, so it improves our opinion of each other. He's got an average aptitude, which I'm happy for, so and we'll just get him straight into that position. We can create some titles, don't need to do that right now. And Count Zacharias of Quarter wants a council position. Well, let me tell you, sonny boy, you can wait your turn. So I think we've got everything that we need to do off the bat. I'm tempted to take this because we're going to need to go up the Crown Authority chain at some point anyway. So getting it done nice and early allows us the time then to improve the opinions of our vassals. That it is going to have a direct hit on them, but it also gives us a lot more power within our own kingdom. So I am going to pass that. It was going to cost some prestige, but I think we're in a good place to start now. So let's move the rally point. Let's get the rally point up near the top. and we will raise all our troops up there for now. And what I'm going to do is, yeah, focus on this area first. Let's see if we can win this war. And let's press that play button. We've also got a sun, so which is going to come in handy for when we need to start moving some political things on the map. I'm not too concerned right now. They've got no allies. My first focus really needs to be on securing this land and getting our northern border to where we need it to be. I'm just checking our commander. So we've got Count Paulos, who is a big fan of ours, and he is going to make, well, his prowess is awful, but his marshal's good, and he's also got the tough soldier, the strategist, and the reaver. So when we look at him, he basically gives us a commander average of 25. So 15 from his martial skill, he's got never back down, and he's got chivalry focus. So it's not too bad, to be fair. And let's just put them straight away. Get in there, and let's again right, so we want the first army. We're going to bring that first army out. We're just going to leave some besiegers behind, and I'm very tempted just to bring them down a little bit. We want to keep them close, but I'm not quite sure where the enemy is going to appear. So if I need to react as the enemy comes down south, which sometimes the AI, wouldn't surprise me them sending ships down and bringing men over here, or if they come to defend their own areas, then I need to be able to react to that as well. And there they are, so we'll just make a quick pause there, and we'll get these men back moving up. And yeah, I'm quite I tend to keep it at the speed 3 when we're in these sort of areas. However, yeah, I will be hitting that pause button when I need to just make instant maneuvers. I'm just going to play the game how I would usually play it, and yeah, now we start seeing they're debating coming down to the south. Simeone has gained the novice physician trait, which is going to help us. And Coptic exhalation, a paragon of unyielding asceticism, Bishop Simeone has shown how a discipled soul can find true peace and clarity only through meditation and abstinence. Despite his illustrious rank, Simeone sustains himself only with the most frugal meals to show his unwavering commitment towards Coptic dogma. And that is going to increase Coptics further by 10. Not something we've looked into too much, but we've got the further over here. And we're having a yearly change that's going up. We have won that siege. So what we could do with doing is now merging these armies back together. We've got a bit of gold out of that as well. We kind of want him to go in for this. Although, is he in a different war? Is he? He is in 2 wars here, so he's in a fairly bad position. We're going to just go for him while he's sieging that. We'll go into the neighbours' lands. And here we go. The Battle of Aswan. And we've got a better commander overall. So we've got an advantage there. We're absolutely mincing him at the moment. And we have captured Emir Abu Abdallah's son and heir, Isa. So we have obviously captured his son. We've got the lands that we want. We've got enough to enforce demands. From this, valuable prisoners taken by all war participants will be released. I've got a feeling that might only be if it is the leader, though. Does it actually tell you? They have to be third in line or higher. Okay, so his son might go, which is a shame because we could have made some gold off his son. But right now, just getting these borders secured is my highest priority. We are going to gain 50 legitimacy though by doing this, and then we're going to get the areas that we need. So I'm just going to enforce that. And that is then done, and we have gained the land of Kalabsha. We can expand all our armies. We will start making a bit of money back, and again this is now taking us 5 out of 3. We do have a vassal here who he's not on the council, so I do like to sometimes where we've got vassals close to new areas and they've got a negative opinion, I like to tend to grant them those areas if our domain limit is over, and it keeps everything a bit neat and tidy. I can see exactly where things are. But because he's not on the council, he doesn't have any particular skills that are outstanding. Making him more powerful is going to have a negative effect on us later down the line. So I'm going to give this region to a completely other personnel, and we do have Paulos here, who is just a courtier of Countess, one of our vassals, but he's got a great stewardship, 16 stewardship in fact. So I'm going to go for him and let's just see what happens. So I'm hoping. He is evil. He is definitely evil. I'm not too fussed around the traits, to be honest. I don't try and maximise everything all the time. I go for what I feel like could favour us in the long run. And the traits just are going to add a bit of flavour to the game. But I'm really happy to see that we got straight off the bat there. We can see now when we go to the kingdom title, we have the whole north section that we need. And we only actually need 2 more counties. So we only need 50%. We do need gold. That's going to be a problem. And then we do also need to form a duchy title, which we've got the duchy titles already. However, we definitely don't have the gold. So, and this is where I feel like we might come into a bit of a problem when we're only making 1.2 income per month. We are going to have an issue on our hands. But we can declare some more wars. We can go down here into this section, and we might have to, because that might be the way where we're expanding outside of Nubia's areas, where we can start gaining a bit of money. We'll get, you know, we just got 17 gold from the area up here when we sieged it. And if we do that maybe a few more times, that's going to increase the way that we're getting some income. So effectively, you know, we're just raiding these places. We're not Vikings, so we certainly can't just storm off and go and raid overseas. I love the map. Absolutely love it when you come out of here. And it's so interesting when you've passed several years and come back into it and you see it all change. So yeah, we're certainly going to have to do something around that. Our stewardship just really is 11's terrible, and I'm sort of regretting maybe I should have boosted that. So, oh no, we had 9, didn't we? It's been boosted by the spouse, which has taken us to 11, and we should have took it as a skill tree and added another 3 onto that. We would have had 14 then, and 14's manageable. Because then we would have had increased gold. We are now getting 2.1 in, so that is going to rise up. But ideally, yeah, we need to figure out ways of how we can get more money in, and the only way I'm seeing currently off the bat is, yeah, basically being a bit of a bully and attacking some smaller provinces around us. We're definitely going to need to formalise some alliances, so we can't sustain that. And I need money as well to increase the specific men at arms that we want to bring in. So we definitely need something like pikemen, who have great defensive skills and attack skills in areas like deserts and desert hills. So these are areas that we need to consider. I'm going to leave this there today. This was an introductory video to a small campaign that we're looking to do on the channel. If you could please like and subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated. The more likes that I can get on this video, the more then I would understand that this is something my viewers want to watch. We've got a few different videos out there at the moment, a few different let's plays that we're looking at. So I really just want to hone in on what you guys are really enjoying the most. Hopefully this is something that you enjoy, and if you do, yeah, give it a big thumbs up please. Thanks for watching. Ciao for now.